With Cloudera Manager, not only does it make it easy to deploy and manage your cluster as a whole, it also gives you the capability to troubleshoot even down to the query level. As part of Cloudera Manager, it has a number of different charts that let you see stats over time. It lets you quickly be able to gauge whether behavior is anomalous or not, and be able to troubleshoot and optimize based on the information available. Cloudera Manager has metrics and charting options for all of the different frameworks: Impala, Spark, MapReduce, any of the frameworks you're interacting with on your cluster. For today's demo, we're going to look at Impala specifically. Let's say you have a data analyst who has been complaining that some of their queries are running slowly. We're going to walk through how you can use Cloudera Manager to identify what the problem may be and optimize these queries for your business. We're going to start from the Impala Status page. So again, you can see that Impala is running in good health, and you can see a number of different charts around Impala behavior. One of the features is the Best Practices page, which allows you to drill down more deeply into looking at query performance, anomalous behavior, and be able to identify queries that are running slowly. The Best Practices page has a number of curated charts specifically for Impala queries. It gives you a very clear visibility into HDFS remote by thread, into the storage wait time for threads. For this demo, we're actually going to look at the statistics missing chart. By clicking on the statistics missing chart, we can see all of the queries, each represented by a dot, that have statistics missing on some of their tables. By running stats, this can be an easy way to improve the performance for Impala queries. For this example, we're going to click on one of the most recent queries to get more information. We can see a few details on the sidebar on the right, but we can also scroll down to go into the full query profile. This takes us to a page that gives us a lot of different details around this query. So we can get all of the detailed information about the query on this right-hand bar. But what we're going to focus on is both the duration, which is this 31.6 seconds, and then how we can actually take that and optimize it to make it run faster. So if you can see in the query plan, it actually tells us right there which tables we need to run stats on, which tables are missing those stats. We have 4 different tables, so what we're going to do is compute stats on those tables and then rerun the query to see if we can get better performance compared to that 31.6 seconds. So we're going to go to the Impala shell and compute stats on those tables. All right, now that we have computed stats on those 4 tables, let's go ahead and rerun the original query. Also part of Cloudera Manager and the Impala Status page is the Queries tab, where we can go and actually monitor status of these queries and be able to get a quick glimpse, general overview of the queries being run. We can see we have a query currently executing. Now on this queries page, we can see that our query that we reran has completed, and we can see that the duration is now 22.67 seconds. So we were, in fact, able to improve and optimize the performance of this particular Impala query by computing stats on those tables. We can go into the query details, again, to get a better view. And also in the query plan, we can see that it no longer tells us that these tables are missing stats because, again, we have computed stats on all the tables, and we were able to improve the duration from about 31 seconds down to 22 seconds. Just to recap what we went over today, using Cloudera Manager, you can also troubleshoot things like query performance across all of the frameworks available in your cluster. We look specifically at Impala, leverage the Best Practices page, which quickly shows us anomalous behavior and gives us recommendations on how we may be able to improve query performance. You're able to drill down into the details for a particular query, compute stats on it, rerun the query, and indeed see a performance improvement.